the bus. So I never go until I'm nearly dead before I go, or even before I take the kids, because it's too difficult.
Add long distances, no predictable way to get there or get home later, and only the most serious illness could drag you out. And once you were there, what then? Physicians and other medical people have done a supremely difficult job under immense pressures in the country's emergency rooms and clinics. But as so many physicians know, emergency rooms just weren't designed for that job.
Well, emergency rooms were designed to handle acute catastrophes of all kinds. And when the medical or surgical need is of top urgency, they and their highly trained staffs function smoothly and efficiently. The team in emergency rooms all over the country function with supreme skill, and they're presented with the kind of emergencies for which this place was designed.
But the role of the emergency room has changed over the years, and now people bring routine problems here. If you had to take 3 buses to get here, or a $10 taxi ride, you're very likely to wait until you're really sick, or $10 sick, as they used to say in Watts. Unfortunately, being $10 sick often meant not getting well very fast, as Dr. Egeberg knows so well.
Underlying all of this is the inescapable fact that there are hardly enough doctors to go around as medicine is now practiced in this country. To add 30 million patients and 15 hours of extra work each week to every doctor's workload would throw the whole medical system into chaos. The fact is, we need to explore new ways of delivering health care. Health care to everybody, not just the poor, and this means using as many people as we can to extend the hands of the doctors, something that is being tried in the neighborhood health centers.
The health problems that plague the city ghettos, the migrant camps, the poor wherever they were, concerned physicians and health professionals all over the country, and exploration for creative solutions was top priority. And with the help of the Office of Economic Opportunity, the search became known as the Health Right Programs. And so it began. In the city ghettos and country towns, something was happening. Members of the health professions, working closely with the OEO, had begun to implement the idea of community medicine in action. The idea was to deliver high-quality, accessible, comprehensive, one-door care where the whole family's health needs could be met. They called it the Neighborhood Health Center. And the neighborhood was so involved in it that in little towns like El Viso, California, they built it themselves. There's more than just hammer and saw participation here. This is community participation, because this group, voluntarily building its own center, has a unity of strength that can address other problems too. And as they break for lunch, they may well talk about things like housing and education and welfare. Community worker Tom Uredale puts it this way.
Through the experience of attacking a specific problem and working with one another, they've begun to see the relationship of such things as health problems to the lack of housing, lack of education, a lack of response by the institutions in the society that so dramatically affect their lives. And not only do they have, at least some of them have, for the first time, a positive image of themselves, but they're beginning to see ways that they can move, possibly, to change some of the other areas of their life.
So, with the vigorous and necessary help of community workers like Tom Uredale, the medically deprived people of communities like El Viso were helping themselves. A health center in this neighborhood? That's right. and it wasn't even faintly going to resemble a chilly, impersonal
what made Jack suddenly feel self-conscious? Was it because he didn't play well? I wasn't self-conscious about ping pong. Why the difference? And then, well, I had to talk to Jack. I had an idea about self-consciousness. Everybody wants to show up really well. You want people to think you're pretty good. But then you start thinking about yourself, how everybody's watching you, what you must look like to them.
And then you make a mess of it.
Sometimes, but usually you don't. You just think you do. But look, if you can do something really well, then you're more confident. Self-consciousness doesn't bother you quite so much. If I could do more things well. You gonna try out for the class play in April?
I guess so.
Me too. Only this time I'm really gonna try out.
Swell.
All right, Sue. Marty Hanson? Hello, Marty. Are you going to help us out on the stage crew again this time?
Well, thanks. But this time I really want a part in the play.
Why, that's fine. Why don't you go ahead and read some lines for me?
When I am in trouble, eating is the only thing that consoles me. Indeed, when I am in really great trouble, as anyone who knows me, and boy, I really had to fight self-consciousness then, but I knew that was the only way I'd ever be good enough. You know, I got a part. I practiced a lot. I figured it was like the ping pong deal. If I could become skillful, I wouldn't be so scared of it. It was easy alone. And finally, I got so it wasn't too hard with my family. I'd forget about myself and just think about doing it well. At rehearsal with the other kids, I could try another idea. Turning the spotlight onto someone else. Thinking about other people and telling myself I wasn't so important. And it worked part of the time. But when it came my turn to speak, then where could I turn the spotlight?
While we're stopped, let me remind you all of something. You know, as we go through these themes, you should try to keep the whole situation in mind. Because, you know, after all, what other people are thinking and doing is just as important as what you're doing. Will you take those lines again?
Keep the whole situation in mind. There was an idea. Would it work? At the present moment, I'm eating muffins because I'm unhappy. Besides, I am particularly fond of muffins.
Well, must eat them.
They were laughing, but now I knew they were laughing at the situation, not at me. Yes, it really helps to develop skills, so I can concentrate on what I'm doing instead of how I'm doing it. It helps to think of other people and remember that I'm not so important. And it helps to turn that spotlight on the whole situation. Then I can almost forget to be self-conscious. Almost is right. I'm getting closer now, because I'm getting more and more practice in turning the spotlight onto the situation as a whole. It helps in class, too. When I feel self-conscious, I remember that the class isn't interested in me, but in what I have to say. Well, there it is. I still feel a little self-conscious at times. But by concentrating on others, by doing my best to make the whole situation easier, I overcome my own self-consciousness. It helps me enjoy being with people. And I think it helps people enjoy being with me. It could help you, too, couldn't it?
Tramp of many feet makes way for the rhythmic hum of smooth spinning machinery. Under the guidance of skilled workmen, comfort and speed and safety are built into motor cars for all America. all that fine automobiles are made of, all that the builders need is ready for assembly. America is at work.
The time is now 8 o'clock. Now the weather. Temperature at 8 o'clock, 68 degrees. Humidity, 82%. The expected high today, around 80. The forecast, showers this morning, clearing later in the day.
That's radio for you, close to every member of the family. We awaken to it in the morning, we set our clocks by it, we dress according to the weather reports. We listen to radio for news, for entertainment. It keeps us informed every minute of every day. Most of us depend upon radio more than we know. I know because radio has been my life. My name is Harold Fellows. I'm president of the National Association of Broadcasters. You know, it seems to me the role of radio is underscored by a recent survey which shows that most people in an emergency would turn first to radio to learn the facts. Radio has reached this present place of importance in our lives in a comparatively short span of years.
Its place forever alongside many other priceless performances by the world's greatest artists. All the artistry of the Romeo and Juliet performance is being carefully preserved. And we're another step closer to having that performance in our own living rooms. Next stop, Indianapolis, Indiana. One of 3 processing plants to which our lacquer master might go. We start in production control. Here, every lacquer master is assigned a shadow, a special business machine card. From now on, this card can lead you straight to our particular recording, no matter where it might be in processing. The processing is identical for long play and 45 RPM records. First, the grooves in the lacquer master are carefully rechecked through a microscope. They have to be perfect. Now we proceed to make metal copies from the lacquer master. The first step, silvering. This takes precisely 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And the lacquer master comes out with a new face. Now, by patient electroplating, we add a series of metallic deposits, one behind the other. First, a fine-grained deposit of nickel. This makes smooth-walled grooves and a quieter surface. Next, a thin deposit of copper over the nickel. A nice, smooth salmon pink. Now, a whirling bath in another tank. A much heavier buildup of copper. We'll see why in a moment. We now have a master disc that is apparently all back and no front. But watch. Now we have 2 fronts and 2 masters. The original lacquer master is on the left. A new silver-faced master is on the right. But this is the point where most people long for a road map. Let's make one. We started with the lacquer master. To the face of it, we added first silver, then nickel, then copper, and finally, a lot more copper. Then we separate the lacquer from the metal. Now we have both our original lacquer master and a new silver-faced or metal master. The grooves in the lacquer master make it a positive. It can be played. The matching ridges on the metal master make it a negative. It cannot be played. We continue work with the metal master, repeating the gradual metal buildup to make another part. Then, another separation. The metal master is at the left, and the new part, called a mold, is at the right. We have progressed from the original positive to a negative to another positive. The metal master normally goes back immediately to build up another mold, but that depends on the next important step. The mold can be played, so it is promptly readied for a sound test. The mold is thoroughly cleaned to prevent damage in the test play. In any Name That Tune contest, put your money on a record tester. 8 hours a day, and all kinds of music. She loves it. More important, she is an expert at hearing the slightest imperfection on a record surface. And should she find any, a new lacquer master from the original tape is immediately ordered from New York. After audio testing, the mold goes back to the plating tanks. It produces the most important new metal part, the stamper. This completes the cycle. Lacquer to master, master to mold, mold to stamper. The metal buildup to the stamper is exactly the same, except for one thing. The stamper is nearly all pure hard nickel. Its ridges press the playing grooves into the finished record. Now it's prepared for stamping. Ground perfectly smooth on the back.
Mary, wait, please, Mary. I'm sorry, Mary.
Mary, is that you, dear?
Yes, Mother.
Did you have a nice time, dear?
Very nice, thanks.
Well, you don't look much like a girl who's been out having a wonderful evening.
Oh, Mom.
No, here. Oh, what's the matter, dear?
Do you remember when you told me that I might have such strong feelings about a boy that it might be hard for me to decide what's right to do?
Yes, I remember, but why?
Well, it was something like that tonight with Jeff. You know, I like him an awful lot, and we have such fun at dances. But tonight, the feeling between us kept getting stronger and stronger. On our way home, we stopped and parked. And then things seemed to happen. Too we nearly... Well, it was so close. Suddenly, I realized what we were about to do. I asked Jeff to take me home. I guess he felt ashamed, too. He said he was sorry, that it was his fault.
Do you think it was his fault?
Oh, Mother, I don't know what to think. I'm so mixed up. I don't know whether I even want to go out with Jeff again.
You know, dear, I was young once, too.
I can understand. Oh. Mother, is it wrong to feel warm and affectionate when you're with a boy you really like?
No, dear, it is not wrong. Because this feeling can grow into a love that will last. It's the way happy marriages are built. But, Mary, if these strong feelings lead you into behaving unwisely, well, the outcome can be guilt.
Good night, Terry. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Mary. Good
Good night,
Helen.
Helen.
Hey, Marge, Stu, huh? Good night, Harry. We'll see you. Swell party. Good night, Helen.
Bye.
Hey, Stu, I hate to break things up, but we're at Marge's house.
Oh. We're here already? Well, why don't we go to the Point and park a while, eh?
No, I think this is the end of the line, Stu.
Well, what's the matter? Half the kids will be up there.
No, come on, Stu.
Boy, did you turn out to be a pill. Well, what's the matter? Well, can't you go along with everyone else? Don't you and Mary like each other anymore or something?
Clear out, Stu, huh?
Come on, Marge.
Night, Jeff. Thanks for the ride.
And don't wait for me.
Guess I must be pretty popular with them.
Lights are on. I guess Mom and Dad are still up. How'd you like to come in and have a sandwich? They'd be glad to see you.
Yeah, sure.
Good. Mom and Dad went out with the Wilsons. They won't be back until about 2. Well, what would you like on your sandwich?
Oh, I don't mind. Anything would be fine. How about you?
Oh, I don't care. You say.
Well, what you got?
Oh, I've got ham, tomato, cucumber,
Yeah.
and bacon,
Yeah.
and peanut butter. We've got a whole restaurant.
If you'll just slow down the rush and pressure of your feelings a little, then judgment has a better chance to take hold.
We have so much fun together that I'd sure hate to ruin everything.